Hello again. I'd like to welcome you to another episode of our show for Couples Only. And today our guest is Sayedna Amma Bakhomyas. Welcome, Sayedna.
Yeah, welcome.
Sayedna, today's topic is going to be about a relationship with our in-laws.
In?
In-laws.
Yeah.
We have a message that's been sent into the program, and I'm going to read it for you. The message goes as, my husband and I were married for 7 years. We have 3 children. My husband has to ask his mother and his sister in every matter in our lives. What school our girls should attend, where we should spend our vacation. I am also required to call my mother-in-law every other day. When I tell him that this is not normal and that they are controlling our life, he sees it as honoring his family. Sayyidna, this is obviously an extreme case. What are the limits or boundaries couples can set so that they can avoid such a problem?
We come back to the Bible. The rule in the Bible about Christian marriage that the man must leave his mother and father and attach to his wife. We respect the original family. We respect the original, and we feel that they have done the best for their children. But as far as they have married, they must, the original family and the new family, they must, that there is no new limits for this. That is the biblical rule. The new family must be independent, because if there is an way for interfering in different ways, maybe it makes problems in their life. For this, we must advise the new family that it is a biblical rule that they have their independency. They have to deal with their problems and needs according to their circumstances, and they have to take their decisions in their house without interfering from anyone, because they are those who are involved in their problems, in their needs, in their situation, and those who know the needs of their children. So they have to express their love to their original family. They have to visit them from time to time, to give them presents, to celebrate their birthday of dad and mommy, but interfering in their personal affairs, I think it is not for the benefit of the new family. And the original family, or what you call it, the brothers, mothers, they must respect this, and they encourage their children to take decisions according to their needs and without interference from anyone. If they ask for an advice, it will be by both of the husband and wife, by both. But it is not so wise that the wife feel that there is, decisions is taken outside the house, and she have to act according to this. She will not feel that she is not free in her house, in her family.
Sayyidna, what kind of advice would you give the wife on how to approach this issue if her husband is suffering from such a dependency?
I think from the first day they have to live the life of fellowship in its depth meaning. Fellowship in prayers, fellowship in taking decisions, fellowship in to be frank each one towards the other in declaring what is needs and what is opinion, to feel that they are in a new life and they have to behave according to this new life. He must respect this, each one must respect, because the woman, the wife, have left everything, even her family, for her husband, and the husband had left everything, even his family, for the sake of his wife. For if they have left everything, that is, they must each one respect this issue, because the Christian marriage is based on this, and they must, each one of them must feel that it is a responsibility to go back to the life of non-marrying. That means that he is going back to the life of what you call azuba,
Being single.
single life, which is not so good. But I think uh, the Christian marriage must be bearing in it real love, and I have to summarize real love in points. Uh, each one must trust the other. Each one must be faithful to the other. Each one must bear the other. Each one must respect the opinion of the other. Each one must be faithful for life of giving to the other. There are 5 pillars: faith, trust, uh, respect, bearing, and giving, life of giving.
Sayyidina, there's a very fine line between depending on your family and at the same time thinking that this is part of the commandment that God's given us about respecting our parents
Yes,
and
of
loving them.
course, but that is it is known that we must respect our family, our parents, and it is a commandment. But at the same time, the commandments also declare that in marriage, each one must leave his parents and come to his wife or her husband. Coming to her husband or wife to create a Christian family, it is not refusing the obedience of the family. It is another thing. I have to love my family, my original family. I respect my original family, but I must be in fellowship and in oneness in my new family. And it is not contrasting. They can come together, the 2 commandments.
Sayyidina, what advice would you give the in-laws in the situation? The in-laws, the mother-in-law.
The mother-in-law, I have to keep real love, to be honest towards her, and it's her needs. I have to be feel the responsibility, but it has limits. That the priority is to the new family, because the mother-in-law we can find exchanges, but for the new family there is no exchanges. Suppose such as the mother-in-law is an old one, you see, I can put it in a rehab house, in a senior citizen house, but if the wife is in need for anything, I can't he can't leave her because it's a commandment. He must leave his mother and father and be attached to his wife. So in the mother-in-law there is replacements, but with the wife there is no. They must be bound. Only death which have to separate them, or unfaithfulness, which it is adultery or something like this.
Sayyidina, thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed our show today um, with the Sayyidina and Baba Homios.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful blessing. And please join us next time for another show. Thank you.